Here's what's coming into view on Elevating Denver for December 2023. Sit down with the maligned and misunderstood Krampus.
Be nice, or else.
The season shines with the blossoms of light.
It'll be a new experience this year.
And learn cold weather tips to protect your pets.
Have a safe and warm winter season.
These stories and more are just ahead on Elevating Denver.
We start planning each year before the lights have even come down.
What I like is how full a lot of this is.
Hi, my name is Zach Kaler. I am the events production technician here at the Denver Botanic Gardens. I work on feature design and technical design and installation for all of our major events here at the Gardens. We will start our initial design planning for each year in the previous December. So essentially Blossoms of Light 2023 will go up, and then we will pretty much immediately start planning Blossoms of Light 2024. We also have a 3 or 4 or 5 year plan where we're looking at what long-term features we'd like to add to the gardens and new displays that we might want to invest in. We spend 3 months doing all of our trees, all of our trunk wraps, adding what we call the base show, and then we'll add in all of our features in the 3 weeks in November where we've got time to set up. There's more than 1 million lights, but I can't tell you how many more than 1 million. The show changes so much every year. Trees grow, we add new features, we add different gardens, and so we are confident that it's more than 1 million lights. We're not confident exactly what number it is. It'll take anybody just as long as it'll take for me to find out, so I happily challenge anybody to go and count all of the bulbs because it is more than 1 million and it is quite a lot.
Wow! This is so cool, I know.
For 2023, we have a completely redesigned amphitheater display where we're expanding on the previous concept from it, but it's all new hardware, all new programming. It'll be a new experience this year. So beyond just the color palettes changing and adding pieces to it, we're also creating new additions for people to look at and to experience, and really making sure that every year is a new experience for even returning visitors. Blossoms of Light started in 1985. It was originally created as an extension of the garden's mission. When all the lights go up, it transforms into a whole another sort of magical place. So even for those who are familiar with it in the summer, it's an entirely different experience, and it's a really cool experience in the winter. Blossoms of Light is a chance for people to see a whole different side of the gardens and connect with all of our wonderful plants and gardens in the winter. So what started as really just a show with string lights on occasional trees and a mostly open garden has become far more of a choreographed endeavor. Blossoms of Light starts before you even walk into the event. We have trees strung with lights lining our streets. Once checked in, you then get to go through this mile-long path through almost all of our gardens and collections. You'll see many of our trees and collections highlighted in lighting wraps of some sort or in spotlights. In addition, we then have what we call special features peppered throughout the show. Some of them include our tunnel and our amphitheater display, where they may have choreographed lights and very specific patterns and sequences and music synchronized to them. For many people, this may be their first experience with the gardens. And these events offer that first opportunity for connection with this institution. And it's wonderful to get to talk to some of these people who are like, I never even realized this opportunity was here and this oasis was here. And it's great to get to interact with them and say, you know, we're open year-round. We're open late in the summers. Every evening in the summer, you can come down after work and have a little picnic on the grass over there and really introduce this wonderful place to a lot of our visitors. And on the other hand, you get the people who've been here every year for 30 years. They're longtime Blossoms of Lights visitors. It's a family tradition for them. They'll come on New Year's Eve or the night after Thanksgiving. And getting to talk to those people who are like, this is still one of our favorite holiday events and one of our favorite family traditions to do on a given year. Blossoms of Light is an opportunity for people to create memories, whether it's an every year experience or a first experience. We've got plenty of first dates, we have engagements here, and we've even got weddings here. We're just happy to be part of people's holiday season.
I'm delighted to announce that holiday season in Denver is officially open. That means that shopping season in Denver is officially open. And most of all, that means that giving season in Denver is officially open.
We are thrilled to kick off what we call Winter Wanderland, because there's no better neighborhood in Denver to wander than this one, right here in Cherry Creek. We light up the 16-block area, and we open the holiday market here on Fillmore Plaza here, so we are thrilled.
Denver has an amazing array of holiday experiences. It's an embarrassment of riches. We've got lighting displays at the zoo, the Botanic Gardens, the Mile High Tree. There's amazing performing arts all over the city. You've got Christmas Carol and the Colorado Ballet's Nutcracker, classical music concerts. There are great shopping opportunities. Visit Denver every year puts on a campaign called Mile High Holidays, and our goal is to bring people in from all over the region to spend a little holiday getaway here. You know, I feel like people flip a switch when they're ready to get into holiday mode, and I just feel like we flipped that switch today, and everyone's got the holidays on the mind now. You know, giving, donating to great charities like the things that are at the Giving Machine.
We make the jokes about all the shopping that we do over Christmas or over our holiday seasons, but what we're fundamentally doing is we're shopping for people we love, right? We are trying to give them things that are important to them as a way of us communicating to them that we love them. For all those folks who are cared for and do have families to be out on these streets shopping for them, we know we have folks across the city and across the country that are hurting and rely on the kindness of Denverites to say, we also want to give to you. And this Giving Machine represents that great idea.
The thing that's so fun about the Giving Machines is they are truly one of the most universally unifying elements I've seen in all the years of community work and service I've done. Everybody has tender hearts toward those who struggle, who look for a better opportunity, a better life, because we all know wherever we are in our phase of life, not a one of us has gotten through life to this point unscathed by some personal crisis or some hardship. And it's in that we're able to assist and help those in need. In each vending machine are 30 unique items. Each of our 7 charities has items particular to their needs. So you've got 30 choices at each machine. Come down and take your pick.
We are super thankful to be a part of the Giving Machines. It is inspiring that we would be part of an organization that works so selflessly to make the world a better place for people moving into Colorado.
The Colorado Hosting Asylum Network exists to work with asylum seekers in between the time they file their asylum application until they're able to receive their work permit and be self-supporting. And so the items that we have here in the Giving Machines are the things that people need to function well. In our society, they need a tablet so that they can communicate, they can talk to family and friends, they can look for jobs. They also are things that help them settle well. They come sometimes sick, and so first aid kits, sports equipment, bicycles for the kids, a lot of things that help them just learn to start living here and functioning in our community.
I am so proud to be from Denver. The people of this state have stepped up to help with the people coming in that need a home, that need a friend, that need resources. The city of Denver has given so many resources to help provide for these people, to help them become healthy, contributing citizens, which is what our families want to be.
None of this happens without the community getting involved. It starts really with the City and County of Denver, Mayor Mike Johnston, who's been a huge supporter. Cherry Creek North, Downtown Denver Partnership have all been great players. It is a huge community event.
Tell your family, bring your neighbors down, make a really important contribution to these really amazing nonprofits that are represented here today.
Hello everyone, my name is Sergeant Noah Imai. I am a supervisor of Denver Animal Protection Officers. I'm here with Big Mama, a boxer mix, and Beluga, a Pyrenees, and we're here to talk about keeping your pets and your family safe during the winter months. I'm going to give you 5 tips on caring for your pets through the cold winter season. 1, adequate shelter. 2, is providing enough water. 3, is caring for outdoor cats. 4, what to do when you find a stray animal. 5, when to call animal protection. So to learn more about taking care of our pets in winter weather, we decided to ask the experts. So Beluga, even with this winter coat, would a wire crate be enough to keep you warm through the cold, harsh winter? Come on. What do you think? What do you think, Beluga? So Denver Revised Municipal Code requires that dogs kept outside have adequate shelter to protect them from the weather. And so when we're thinking about cold weather, we really want a dog house that is lifted off the ground to prevent from freezing. We want to make sure that it has at least 4 solid sides to protect from the wind. But really, a door that is insulated with a flap is really going to keep your animals safe from the winter cold. Things that are not adequate shelter are things like wire crates, airline kennels, anything that doesn't keep the rain, the wind, and the ice out is not going to keep your animals safe. All right, so for our next topic, we've got Big Mama here to answer some questions. So Big Mama, if you're outside and you've got adequate shelter, but it's freezing cold, do you still need water to survive? Let's see. Big Mama, what do you think? So Big Mama might not have done the best job of communicating. Dogs need water year-round. In freezing temperatures, it helps them regulate their body temperature. And so my tips for keeping your water from freezing are to use a big 5-gallon bucket or to buy a heated water dish. Having access to water, even if they're outside for a short period of time, is going to make sure that they're safe and able to regulate their temperature. To cover our next topic, we've got Bear. Bear has a lot of friends who are cats. Bear is always concerned about them in the winter. So Bear, when it comes to taking care of our outdoor cat friends, should we give them a blanket and a towel in their kennel? What do you think? What do you think? So it might be counterintuitive not to provide blankets and towels to an outdoor cat shelter, but the real reason is we don't want to have any items in there that might contain water and soak it up to the point where it's going to freeze and be less effective at keeping your animal safe. Using things like straw and materials that drain easily can prevent this from happening. Using a blanket and towel can be okay, but it's important that we're checking on these things regularly anytime that there's rain or snow that might soak in. You can find straw at livestock feed stores or big box hardware stores. Sometimes they can even be found in pet stores. To answer our next question, we have Adam here. So Adam, when you see a stray dog running loose on a particularly frigid day, should you take that animal in and provide it care or take it to an animal shelter? What do you think? What do you think, Adam? So dogs get loose every day of the year, doesn't matter what the temperature is. If you're able to safely approach a loose dog and contain it, My recommendation would be to keep it somewhere dry and warm, like a garage, until you can transport it to an animal shelter. Once you're able to transport a dog to an animal shelter, they should have night drop kennels open 24/7 where you can take the animal and they can keep it warm and safe. I'm here with Bowser to answer our last question. Bowser, if you are worried about an animal in your community being kept outside in frigid, cold temperatures, should you call Denver Animal Protection? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? If you see an animal in your community kept outside in dangerous temperatures for long periods of time, my recommendation would always be to call Denver Animal Protection.
This is Officer Salter.
Get an officer out there to take a look at the situation and make sure that animal is safe. You can call Denver Animal Protection at 720-913-2080. This number will take you straight to dispatch, where they will be able to get that call out to an officer in your community. Sometimes owners are just letting their animals outside to use the bathroom before bed, or they have dog houses or dog doors. If you're able to check on those things before calling in, that can help us gauge our response. When in doubt, call Animal Protection. We want to thank all of the dogs who helped us answer these tough questions today. If you're interested in adopting an animal, you can check out our website or come down to the shelter in person. We want to make sure that you and your pets have a safe and warm winter season.
"'Tis the eve of St. Nicholas at the Christnickle market. Children laugh and play while he lurks in darkness. Krampus is coming to all a good fright. 'Tis Krampusnacht, and what a dreadful night. He'll be looking for bad girls and boys who he'll whisk away instead of giving toys. But who is this Krampus, and why does he scare? Elevating Denver gets the answers from the creature so rare."
Hello, my name is Heather. I'm also known as Heather After, and I'm the Snow Queen today. Tonight is Krampusnacht. So tonight is the night when all the Krampuses come out. And they can be a little ferocious looking, but I promise they're actually a lot of fun, and they just want to give you a big warm hug.
Of course, you'll see Krampuses running about. There's lots of good food, drink, some very nice shops. So just come out and have a good time. They've got some live music going on. It's generally a festive atmosphere as long as you've been good.
I am Krampus, and I punish and seek out the naughty children on Krampusnacht, right before St. Nicholas comes.
Santa has a crew, so if you see lots of Krampuses, that's how many naughty children there were, and now we got a lot of Krampuses parading around, helping out the man in red.
We're Krampus. We don't relax. There is no relaxing. We're busy 24/7. No holiday pay. No. Krampusnacht is the last chance for the kids to get right. We'll be visiting the ones here at the market, giving them that last little push into the straight and narrow path. Be nice, or else.
You know, Santa is the nice guy. He gives the gifts. He does the nice things.
We do the dirty work, the heavy lifting. You know, he does his thing, we do our thing. We like to think we're a phone call away. He's the boss. He keeps the good list. He hands us the naughty list. And we address things as we see fit. Oh my God, I'm not sure what's going on. It is the longest list we've had in quite a while.
Krampus comes and puts the bag on them, or throws them in a basket, and then they get taken away. And either yum, 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 they're quite delicious, depending on the cultural tradition, or they too get turned into Krampus. Think about what you do. You know, your sisters, your siblings, your brothers. Be nice. And don't get caught. I mean, don't do it. My name is Marion O'Brien Clark. I do this because brings me joy interacting with people, making them happy, bringing a greater joy to their experience of the holidays.
My name is John Mays. I've been doing Krampuses probably for about 6 years, mostly for Toys for Tots, getting money for them, donations, few appearances for that. I like looking around. I like to see the smiles we put on people's faces. I like to see the fear we put on other faces.
And my name is Kate Giesman, and I am a Krampus. I have been masked monsters for years here in Denver, and this is just another fun costume.
Are there any holiday messages you would like to give our viewers?
Better be good or you become Krampus like me.
Be good for goodness sake, and have a joyous holiday season.
Be kind. That's it. Be kind. And otherwise it's the bag for you, man. It's the bag! It's the bag!
The holiday lights here at Windsor Gardens are very special to me. I met my husband when I was 15 years old, and it was on a blind date. And we actually came to Windsor Gardens, and the lights were incredible. I feel like Windsor Gardens was part of our beginning, and now we're living at Windsor Gardens, and I love to decorate outside, inside the building. I just love driving around, walking around, and seeing all the different lights. So everybody has a unique way of creating magic.
The holiday lights at Windsor Gardens are just special because the nature of the community, the size of the community, it's really fun that we have this long-standing tradition that goes back virtually from its very start. So Windsor Gardens was founded in 1962, and we dove into the our archival newsletters. The first reference of these holiday lights displays go back all the way to 1965. So virtually from the very beginning, Windsor Gardens has been known for this tradition.
And Christmas means a lot. The first year I was here, I was sitting in my living room looking out the window, and here comes a tour bus comes by and stops in front of the building, and they look at the lights. And wasn't long, one comes the other direction and stopped to look at the lights. And from then on, I got involved. I started this year right after Halloween.
It means a party in our condominium, in our building. And we all bring treats and things to munch on while we're working on it. And this year we had the family helping or doing most of it. They really took over, and it was great.
Well, it's really enjoyable. And as I say, people have been coming for years. There are lights all the way through here, and everybody does it a different way. It's fun.
The holiday lights just bring me a little spark of joy because it shows that unity of our community and people coming together for a common purpose, even if it is just decorating with holiday lights. But we see how our community members involve other faiths and cultures in this process, and how we've grown in that regard as a community as well. Has it evolved? Yes. We've added things or changed. There's the dynamic of the competition. So every year we bring in 3 judges from outside of the Windsor Gardens community, and they go around on a scheduled date to judge the lights based on certain criteria, and we throw an annual celebration for our community, and that's where we announce the winners. It's kind of our big holiday celebration for our residents.
And it's a great competition. People really try to excel and do something that other people haven't done. And as you drive around, you'll see that a lot of it is very original.
We also have a tradition of the employee Christmas tree that I've been in charge of for the last 25 years. So that has kind of complemented, I think, the rest of the community, how they put all their effort into the lights. If you come around the corner, our tree is a 60-foot tree with lights on it. It's a pretty good accent to what all the residents do with their lights.
In 2020, because of the state of the world and those circumstances, we developed a holiday lights map to show which buildings were competing so people could participate or put in their community favorite votes. We also added that year I Spy items onto the map, so then it could be a little bit more interactive, a little bit more like an activity, just viewing the lights. And that's for anybody. That's on our website, that's on our Facebook page, so that people even coming to view the lights with their kiddos can make it fun and make it interactive by trying to find those I Spy items. And so I'm really pleased this year we have a good amount of I Spy items, so it's exciting that the community has been getting even more involved in those added elements to the tradition.
Last week, my niece said, oh, I was looking at all of the light places in Denver to go and take the kids. And she said, guess what? Windsor Gardens was there. And I thought that's so great because they'll come and they'll see the lights, and I hope they have as many special memories.
You can't help but smile when you drive the loop of Windsor Gardens during the holiday lights season.
Stay elevated by subscribing to the city's YouTube page for these stories and more. And stay tuned to our social media channels for more content. Don't miss our new episodes of Elevating Denver, premiering each month. Thanks for watching, Denver.